Hello everyone! Another day, another patch. Though it has been a while since the last one. This patch brought the inclusion of Min Min, a new playable character that I'll be covering in a bit more detail when I make the hitbox video. But like I promised I would, going forward we're going to have a look at the newest patch, and some of the changes it has brought to the different characters. Anyways, let's not waste any time and dive into the changes. Now, last time I was pretty unimpressed by the buffs a lot of characters received. It's been a while since then, and now we can actually kinda see how significant the changes were for the characters. And as it would seem, a lot of the characters that did get buffed last time have not gotten any noticeably better because of the changes. This is because of a few different reasons, but mostly because the buffs were pretty aimless in my opinion, and didn't really try to improve any relevant aspects of the characters, or mitigate significant weaknesses. They just slightly improved moves that didn't really need it, or just patched moves that were already bad. The characters are really not too much better off than they were before the patch. I am saying all of this because there's a fair amount of the same somewhat aimless buffing going on in this patch as well, though some of them are a bit more on point. I guess there's no better way to explain it than to just have a look. Now first up are a lot of changes that only really affect people who are playing with items. A bunch of final smashes were changed in different ways, though I can't really be bothered to list them all here since it's not really relevant. I do not know why they felt the need to do this one. It feels extremely random. Were casual players really complaining so much about final smashes not being good enough? Like, do they even care? It's weird, but so be it. Next up is the category for whatever changes. These are changes that are technically actually relevant, but are so minuscule you would probably not even have noticed if they weren't changed. This mostly regards quite a few characters that had their tech roles changed to align with most other characters. Myself, I didn't even know this was an issue at all. But I'm more surprised Nintendo actually managed to notice this and actually bother to change it, despite the plethora of other glaring issues they just turn a blind eye to. I don't really get it, man. Next up is Whatever Plus, where we have a few very minor one-off buffs. Ridley's down B now deals even more damage, because I mean it just didn't deal enough damage already. I mean the move is still very bad and hard to land, but it deals even more damage if you do. Also, apparently the move now cares about the regrab cooldown, meaning you can't skew right after a throw. I mean, okay, it's not like that was super consistent to begin with, but sure. Sheik's F smash now connects better and has a slightly bigger hitbox. Oh, okay. I don't really know why they always insist on changing Sheik's smash attacks, but whatever. Banjo's ledge attack now covers more of the ledge, which apparently was a problem before, so it's nice that they fixed that. Hero's Kaboom now connects more consistently in the multi-hits. Alright. I can't recall this being a super huge problem since the move has like 100 win boxes, but it's nice, I guess. Now on to the actual somewhat relevant changes. Before I get into them though, I do want to preference these by saying that I don't really think most of these changes are going to make these characters notably better, unless I specify that when I talk about them. I'm not going to be saying that every time, I'm just saying it here so I don't have to repeat myself too much. And in interest of not making this a total downer for everyone, and I'll try to be a bit more positive as well. Of course, I can be wrong too, and only time will tell really, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Kirby got some buffs, dash attack has less lag, and a little more knockback. Down smash is a bit faster and has more knockback, forward air is the same and deals more damage, early back air deals more knockback, and down special deals more knockback. It's okay. Next up is Captain Falcon, who had some minor buffs to down tilt and up smash, but the ones I actually think are pretty good are the buffs to side B and dash attack. Dash attack having less lag is very nice since it's already a pretty good tool for Falcon. It's nice, but the side B buff from what I've heard is actually pretty significant, and connects and combos better now. It's actually good, and they changed the issue with side B being inconsistent, so no complaints from me. Falco had a lot of pretty decent changes to a lot of relevant moves, including side B, down tilt, neutral air, down B, and up smash. Most of it seems like quality of life stuff with moves being either faster, lasting longer, or having less lag, all of which is pretty nice when it stacks together. They also seem to have fixed up smash, making it connect more consistently, which is something I know a lot of Falco players have complained about for a while. I'm always for fixing moves that do not work the way they are supposed to, and the other changes are pretty nice too. Marth had some interesting changes. His down smash is more powerful now. Okay. I mean, it's still like one of his worst moves, but sure. The more interesting thing is probably the fact that forward air, back air, and up air hitboxes were changed to make the tipper easier to connect. The tipper hitbox itself is not actually bigger, but the hitbox that outprioritizes them have been moved slightly away, making them more consistent. I think this is actually a pretty good buff and will make the character a lot more fun to play, though I doubt the character will suddenly become top tier. Mewtwo had a lot of quality of life improvements, with a lot of relevant moves seeing slight enhancements. The thing that looks pretty big on the surface is the down throw buff, which was given less lag. It seems you can now combo down throw into fair pretty consistently when they don't DI out, but if they do, it does not seem to work. So it's nice. Again, fair change, but nothing huge. Meta Knight received more fixes than actual buffs really. They made it so back air, forward air, and up B connects better. which is obviously nice. But aside from that, the only other changes is that forward air has slightly less lag, neutral air has a bigger hitbox, and neutral special has more sweet spot active frames. I don't know how much of a problem these moves were before the fix, but like I've said, moves getting made more consistent is always good. Pits actually had some really good changes. The down tilt was given less knockback and the angle was changed, presumably making it combo easier than before. They also significantly buffed up air, making the move significantly more powerful, have notably less lag, and a much sharper angle, making the move overall kill much earlier. They also made their down smash and up smash a bit stronger as well, which is a nice bonus. The up air and down tilt changed I actually think is a pretty significant change. It's probably not enough to elevate them an entire tier alone, but it is going to serve them quite well. Ike got a lot of extra punch in this patch. A lot of his moves got more powerful, but the big one everyone is talking about is up B, now being way more powerful and having a sharper angle. The move can now kill very early. Despite this, I still don't think this move is super practical as a kill move, and it's also pretty risky. But I mean, it's a deadly option if you want to go for it. The rest of his changes are pretty alright, mostly just being minor thing. It's a good buff, but I don't really feel like Ike ever had too many problems killing to begin with. Diddy was one of the few characters that got both buffs and nerfs. With the banana cooldown being increased, he can no longer perform the platform infinite, which I'm actually kind of fine with. Infinites are just kind of dumb, even on characters that are not super great on their own. The buffs, however, are kind of meh. The best one I'd say is the early hitbox change, which makes the move better while rising. Gives me flashbacks to Smash 4, man. Let's hope it's not quite that level. Diddy got some of the least impressive buffs out of the bunch, just getting slightly more knockback on a few moves, and neutral special being slightly faster and having more range on the ground. Up tilt is a bit stronger, but again, it's not by too much. I can't say I love this one. He kinda deserved better than this. Villager got some pretty nice quality of life changes. Some moves work better now, up tilt has intangibility and the multi-hits work better, up smash and up air are more powerful, while down air is faster and down B has less lag. Nice changes across the board, but not any game changers. Wii Fit is much the same story, lots of small pretty good changes, but again mostly not anything mind-blowing I'd say. It's one of those better off with it but could live without it kind of buffs, which I mean, hey, we'll take it. In my opinion, I think Corrin got some of the worst buffs out of everyone in the bunch. F smash now has a new hitbox dealing more damage than before, which is cool I guess. Forward air deals slightly more damage, but had compensated knockback. Up air has 1 more damage and slightly less knockback as well. Back air also deals 1 more damage, and side B has a little bit more knockback growth as well. This is by far my least favorite way to buff characters. Just adding more damage to moves that are already pretty strong has very little purpose. I can't say I'm too much of a fan of these ones. Bayonetta had some good changes. They made Witch Twist harder to SDI, making her combos more consistent. Up tilt is a little faster and now connects better, and her first smash is active for 2 frames extra, as well as some other minor changes. Pretty alright. Rool had some alright buffs, mostly just damage and knockback on a few moves. Aside from that, the only other remarkable thing is that the stomach armor was increased, which I mean, sure. I can hardly recall a single time I've actually managed to break the stomach armor, but now it's even less likely to happen. Isabelle got by far the most straightforward buffs, just faster moves, less lag, and more knockback. Nothing fancy and out of the ordinary, but we'll take it. Incineroar actually got a pretty rare buff, that being a faster grab, something they really never seem to do. It is now a grand total of 1 frame faster across the board, which is nice and will probably serve him some good. Along with that, they made his up smash and forward throw stronger. He also had a revenge buff to have less lag, and the multiplier being stronger after countering a move. Good changes to a character that really needs it, even if it still is not exactly what he really needs. And last but certainly not least, we have Plant. Plant had a bunch of moves made faster like down smash, up tilt, and forward air. Back air now has more knockback, as if that was what the move really needed. Up air is stronger and deals more knockback, and is actually now intangible during the active frames, which is really nice and actually makes the move a lot better. And that is all the changes that came with 8.0. Now there's always a chance that there will be stealth changes that they do not list in the patch notes, like with the Plant up air intangibility. But I think I've covered most of what the patch has to offer. I still don't think this was a super great patch, all things considered, because of what I've explained earlier. But I guess we'll just have to accept what we get. On a side note, maybe next time I won't do a 100% scripted video, since this turned out to be a lot more work than I anticipated. And I have to start working on the Min video as soon as this is done. So let me know what you think about that, and let me know what you thought about the patch itself. But until next time, thank you for watching.